Hey guys, it's Mrs. Daniel and I'm here to help you with dividing decimals. So I have picked out for us the first problem on the worksheet and I'm going to read it for you and then I'm going to go back and highlight anything that's important. It says that Lisa paid $46.17 for gasoline. She put 16 2/10 gallons of gas in her car. And the question wants to know how much did she pay per gallon of gas. So this sentence right here is super important. How much did she pay per gallon of gas? So I'm looking for two things. I'm looking for how much she paid, and I'm looking for how many gallons of gas. So this is how much she paid, and this is how many gallons of gas. And in the end, I need to be able to tell you how much money she paid for 1 gallon. Okay? Well, I don't know how much she paid for 1 gallon. What I do know is how much she paid for 16 2/10 gallons. So it would look like this. $46.17 over 16 2/10 gallons. And the way that we're looking at it, there's all sorts of ways we could solve this problem, but the easiest way is to really just look at this line right here. It's a fraction bar, but every fraction bar means divide. It's a division problem. So I think the fastest and most efficient way is to turn this guy into a division problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right over here and I'm going to say $46.17 divided by, which is this guy right here, which is this guy right here, divided by 16 2/10. Okay. Now I'm going to get some more space, so I'm going to erase what I have over here. So pardon me, we don't need this information anymore. And now we need to learn how to divide with decimals. And this problem is slightly challenging. Whoops, I think I erased my 1. Let me put that back in there. That's supposed to be a 16. So this one is slightly more challenging because there's a decimal in this 16.2 number right here. That number is called the divisor, and there can't be decimal numbers as divisors. There's no rule for that. So what we have to do is we have to remove the decimal and make it a whole number. We are only allowed to divide in mathematics if your divisor is a whole number, which is this guy right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll the decimal out to the end of the problem. Okay, and it's only going to roll out 1 space. So I'm going to make a little marking here for the number 1. It rolls out 1 space. Now, if you do that to the divisor, you have to do it to the dividend. That is the mathematical rule. If you only do it to the divisor and you don't do it to the dividend, then your math problem will be incorrect. Your decimal will not be in the same or in the right spot. So now I'm going to come back here. I'm going to find the decimal. And because I moved it here 1 spot, I'm going to do the same here. Okay, I'm going to move it just the equal amount, which is 1 space. So to be nice and tidy, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to rewrite this problem as the whole number, 162 in my divisor. And I'm going to divide that into, and now this is going to say 461 decimal 7. Okay, these are actually the same math problem. Mathematically, we can do this. It's whatever you do to one, you do to the other. Okay, it's actually based on whatever you do to the numerator, you do to the denominator, and vice versa. Whatever you do to the denominator of a fraction, you do to the numerator. So since we've done it to both the dividend and the divisor, we may divide now. Okay, when I divide, I go ahead, if the decimal is present, and I move it straight up. Go ahead and get it out of the way. The decimal lives in that spot. It will not move for any reason. It is not like multiplication. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start dividing, and I'm going to say, does 162 go into 4? It does not, so you may put a 0 here. Then I'm going to look at the 46. Does 162 go into 46? It does not. So I'm going to put a 0 here. Okay. Then I'm going to look at the 461. And does 162 go into 461? Well, yes, it does. I just don't know how many times. Okay. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to do what any other kid would do. I'm going to add them up. I get 4 here, I get 12, carry my 1, I get 324. 324 is getting close to 461, so I'm going to go ahead and add another 162, and what I want to do is I want to see if I'm 461 or smaller. Okay, I don't want to go over 461, so let's see what happens. So I have 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, and I have 486. Okay, so I went over my 461, so the third time is not going to work. So it's only going to be 1, 2. So right above this 1 right here, I'm going to put a 2. Please be sure to line up your digits over these spaces. Okay, that's what matters in division. That tells me where my decimal goes. So I'm going to be using this 324. 2 times 162 is 324. And I'm going to subtract that. I am going to have to borrow, so let me make that a 5 and make that now an 11. So 11 minus 4, I think is 7, right? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? That works. And this guy is now a 5, so 5 minus 2 is 3, and 4 take away 3 is 1. And 137 does work because it's less than 162. So I did good. And now what I need to do is just bring down the next number. And whoa, Nelly, I'm bringing down that 7, and I now have 1,377, and that's a big number. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue adding up. I'm going to get some more space too because I'm going to need it. I'm going to continue adding up my 162s until I find something that is approximately 1,377. Okay, or less, but definitely can't go over. So I'm going to steal this 486 over here, and I'm going to add to it another 162. And that makes what, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, carry a 1. So that's 648. I'm getting closer. Now, this 648, it represents 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's 4 times 162. Well, I could be here adding for a while. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to double this guy. I'm going to do it times 2. Okay, so let's see what that happens to be. 2 times 8 is 16, carry a 1. So that's 8, 9, and that is 12. Yeah, that's a lot closer and a lot faster. So instead of having 4 times 162, I'm going to have 8 times 162, okay? And that 8 times is going to represent this value because this 648 represented 4 times, and I did 4 times twice. So 4 times twice would mean I took it 8 times. And so what from here I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add another 162 just to make sure I don't go. And my poor babies, they want to go out and play. So hopefully, there they go. They're quiet now. So let's take 6 plus 2 is 8. And then 9 plus 6 is 15. Carry a 1. And that's 4 and a 1. Okay, and that's too high. So that doesn't work. No go. So what I need to do now is I'm going to use my 8. That 8 has to be placed on top of this 7 right here. Okay, so that 8 goes here. And I'm going to take that 8 and I'm going to multiply it by the 162. And the good news is I've already done it. It's this guy right here. Okay, a little messy. And I put my 1,296 right here, and I'm going to subtract them. 7 minus 6 is 1. I cannot do 7 minus 9, so I am going to go over here and borrow. And I make that a 17. So I have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So that looks like that's going to be 8. And 2 minus 2 is 0, and 1 minus 1 is 0. So I just leave mine blank because that's what I'm more comfortable with. So now I have 81, and we can't have remainders with decimals. So The new task, I'm going to switch to blue. You're going to have to add a 0. And you're allowed to add a 0 because there is a decimal point. So I'm going to bring that 0 down, and I'm going to get 810. So from here, I'm going to try to figure out how many 162s are in 810. So if you pardon me, I'm going to erase some of this work to get myself some more space. And it's no worry, I can get it all back. And let's see, what can I do here? So I know 1, 2, 3 make 486. So 486, and I'm going to take another 162. I think I had that and erased it, and that's okay. I can just do it again. It's an 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, carry a 1, 4, 5, 6, 648. Okay, looks like we're getting closer, so I'm going to take another 162. I'm going to add that. That gets a 10, carry a 1, 10, 11, carry a 1, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, look at that. Came out to 810 even. So let me go back and count my 162s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So there's going to be a 5 right here. And 5 times 162 I can see is 810. And I'm going to subtract that. Oops, my markers are going to be in the way. So there we go, we can move that. And then I have 0. So I finished my division problem, and I'm going to go back and I can answer my question now. Okay, the answer to the question I'm going to put in orange. It is $2.85 per 1 gallon of gas. So there we have it, folks, $2.85.